Well, research released to Weekend Sunrise this morning shows Australians are too worried to take sick days, and calling them sickies could be part of the problem.
Now, the study, which was commissioned by Panadol, found 48% of us won't take a day off because we worry about the impact it will have on our career. 43% will work through the pain because we think it's selfish to leave our work colleagues in the lurch. 58% say they feel guilty about staying home.
Sunrise GP Dr Ginny Mansberg is the ambassador of a campaign to change the way we think about sick days. And Ginny is with us. Morning, Ginny.
Hey.
Dealing with sick patients in your practice, does it surprise you that so many people are scared to take days off?
Sadly, no, because it's just what I see all the time. It's pretty devastating. Those stats are quite devastating, aren't they? I mean, I think if you... the other one that I thought was crazy is that if you do take a sick day, 73% of people sit there worrying about what's happening to their colleagues at work and the workload. And so what happens is I've got people who've got, let's say, the flu or they've completely done their back in, and you go, right, so, you know, we'll just take a couple of days off, and they go, yeah, not this week. I've probably not this week, maybe not next week.
Too busy this week.
Correct.
Yes.
It's just a really bad time, and you're like, well, you know, you can't go to work with the flu.
Yeah.
You know, one person turns up with the flu, it's going to go through the whole
And in
workplace.
fact, if you're worried about your colleagues, in fact, what your colleagues are thinking is go home, don't spread it around.
100%. And if you are, your productivity is close to zero anyway. So, yeah.
The other thing is medically, because we hear people say, look, what I just need is a day in bed, right? So medically, is there something behind that? Is there something behind the rest that means that you actually get over the illness quicker and you're back to work and your productivity's up quicker?
We think so.
Right.
So certainly there's a couple of components. One is don't spread what you've got through the office. That's just not fair. And the other thing is, how are you going to bounce back and not convert what is a little bit of a sore throat into something much worse? And so, you know, if you do look after yourself, we do know that if you don't get enough sleep and you've been up all night, maybe you've got a sick child at home as well. Maybe you've just had a sore throat and tossed and turned because you were uncomfortable. Definitely your immune system does not perform as well the next day, and that could potentially contribute to you getting sick.
Right.
The tough thing here is Aussies have got such a great reputation, haven't they, for battling on. Aussies are always employed overseas because their work ethic is so good. They turn up for work, they do the job, they're always there. So it's sort of balancing your own, if you like,
work ethic?
your own work ethic with the need to get better.
And I think it is good, you know, to be, you know, just smart up and front up. You know, if you've just got a bit of a sore throat, or you just feel a little bit tired, or you've got a few aches and pains, we don't want everybody just, you know, being a petal and you're never ever getting out of bed. But at the same time, you've got to recognise when what you have is not just a little bit of a niggle, but something really quite serious that will either impact on other people, make you completely unsuitable for the workplace, or if you continue to ignore burnout, you know, stress, that is going to turn into something terrible mental health-wise.
There is a stigma around the word sickies because it sounds like you're bludging. There's a campaign that aims to change that and actually call them healthies.
Yeah, well, I think the research makes that so clear that we don't like sickies, we don't like taking them, we are judgmental of, particularly of ourselves, more so than of other people who take sickies. So, you know, maybe the name change will help, but either way, we're just, I guess, urging Australians to be more mindful. If you are really not feeling well enough to go to work, you're not indispensable. What if you'd got run over by a truck? You're not going to go to work the next day. Nobody's completely indispensable.
Why not?
Yeah.
Hopeless.
Yeah, actually, I'd turn up if I got run over by a truck. Well, it depends how badly it got you.
Yeah,
yeah.
a little
Not
bit.
the worst of them, babe.
Ginny, we know you're an ambassador for this campaign. I do hope that it has some change. So thank you very much for telling us about it.
Thanks, Ginny.